Salman was born in a small town in Persia, Iran, which is now called Isfahan. His original name was Rozbah. Salman's father was a rich landlord and a powerful political figure in Isfahan and the surrounding areas. Since Salman was his only child, he lavished all his love upon him. Most Persians in those days were Zoroastrians, and Salman was taught all the principles and doctrines of that religion. Because of Salman's father's high position, he managed to get Salman appointed as a priest in the local fire temple while he was only 16 years old. After 3 years being the priest in the temple, Salman had a sense that his soul was searching for something more. He believed the priests had limited knowledge and couldn't answer his questions directly. Instead, they tried to avoid admitting their ignorance by dismissing or intimidating him when he asked deep questions. Once, Salman had an important business trip to attend to. While he was on his travels, his eyes caught sight of a unique building structure. He decided to enter it. Welcomed by the Christian priest, Salman's curiosity led him to inquire about their beliefs. After spending the whole day with them asking many questions, Salman felt as if the pious Christian priest had suddenly removed a veil from his eyes. Then he declared his intention to become a Christian. When Salman returned home, he told his father that he had become a Christian. His father became enraged and ordered his slaves to take his son to the dungeons. In the following weeks, Salman was tortured, left hungry and thirsty, yet he displayed no weakness to revert to his father's religion. Upon learning that Salman had been imprisoned, the Christians helped him escape to a faraway place in Damascus, Syria. Damascus was rich in history and tradition, and it was a city of many churches. Salman obtained permission to stay at one of the churches to live. At that time, Salman was only 19 years old. Salman lived in Damascus for 10 years. During the next 20 years, it is said that he lived in cities in Iraq, Palestine, and Turkey. In each of these cities, he read, studied, observed, and absorbed all the available religious knowledge. Despite his old age, Salman continued seeking knowledge, recognizing that Christianity left his questions unanswered regarding life, death, God's plan, the purpose of existence, evil, morality, the role of religion, the nature of the soul, and more. After years of reflection and soul-searching, Salman concluded that Christianity and Judaism were not the perfect and infallible guides for human life. The last city that Salman lived was near Palestine, where he first heard vague reports about the emergence of a new prophet in Mecca, Arabia. According to these reports, this new prophet forbade the worship of idols and preached the existence of one supreme God only. This is what Salman had been looking for to answer all his questions. He therefore made up his mind to go to Mecca to meet the Arabian prophet. He came across a caravan headed for Medina, which was close to Mecca, so Salman offered them his savings in exchange for a journey with them. After a long and challenging journey, the caravan reached Wadi al-Qura, north of Medina. While they rested, some leaders from the caravan conspired with each other and sold Salman as a slave to the highest bidder among the Jews. Salman protested, but he couldn't produce any witnesses to vouch for his freedom. Consequently, he became a slave under a Jewish master. Salman's master pushed him to work hard, and his physical strength drew much attention. Salman was sold as a slave to various masters, each time for a large fortune. Eventually, a wealthy Jew named Uthman purchased him. Despite the challenging work and torture, Salman didn't let his circumstances diminish his desire to meet the Prophet one day. He decided to learn the Prophet's language, Arabic. In just a year or two, Salman taught himself Arabic and could speak it fluently with a perfect command of grammar and vocabulary. Once, Salman overheard that the Prophet had arrived in Medina. The news filled him with hope and determination to meet the Prophet he had longed for. When his master was away on a business trip, Salman found the opportunity to find the Prophet. When he found the Prophet, his heart was racing like a bird fluttering in a cage. Salman's first glance fell upon his face. In humility, he quietly said, "By God, this cannot be the face of a man who has ever told a lie. If there is any face that can be the face of a messenger of God, That is the face of this man. Following a conversation with the Prophet, Salman embraced Islam, and the Prophet set him free from all anxieties, fears, doubts and frustrations. Salman was the first Iranian to convert to Islam during the life of the Prophet. A few weeks later, Salman visited the Prophet again, who suggested that he change his name from Rozbah to Salman. Salman embraced his new name with affection and appreciation. Salman felt that he had found all the treasures of heaven and earth, but there was one thing that Salman had not found yet: his freedom. He was still a slave. His master at one point proposed a price for Salman's freedom, planting 300 young date trees and a significant amount of gold. The companions rallied to help, and with the Prophet's assistance, Salman's freedom was secured as the price was paid. Once, Salman was eager for the Muslims, especially the Persians who were unfamiliar with Arabic, to benefit from the blessings of the Quran. He decided to translate the Quran into Persian. According to sources, Salman converted to Islam before the Battle of Badr, but because he was a slave before the Battle of Khandaq, he did not participate in the battles of Badr and Uhud. During the Battle of Khandaq, Salman proposed the idea of digging a trench to make it more difficult for the enemy to cross. The Prophet accepted the suggestion, recognizing it as a great idea. While the trench was being dug, a heated argument broke out between the Ansar and the Muhajirun, each claiming that Salman belonged to their group. The Prophet stopped the argument and said, "Salman is neither a Muhajir nor an Ansar. He is one of us, the Ahlul Bayt." When the battle began, Salman witnessed the victory of the Muslims, observing how Imam Ali fought bravely and secured an easy win. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Allah commanded me to love 4 men, for he loves them too. They are Ali alayhi salam, Miqdad, Abu Dhar and Salman." And in other hadiths, Ammar bin Yasir has also been mentioned. Salman joined every battle after Khandaq, following the orders of the Prophet and showing strong loyalty to Imam Ali. He was also present at Ghadir Khum when the appointment of Imam Ali was declared. The death of the Prophet was a shock to Salman. It was the most profound blow he had ever experienced. Salman was 65 years old when the Prophet passed away. Salman had intense love and devotion for Imam Ali. He saw Imam Ali as the main interpreter of the Quran and a living example of the Prophet's teachings. It is reported that at the beginning of Abu Bakr's caliphate, Salman and a few others refused to pay allegiance to him to support Imam Ali. Based on the divine commands, he believed obeying Imam Ali was an obligation. Obeying the Ahlul Bayt was the same as obeying God and the Prophet. Salman heard the Prophet saying again and again, "Ali is with the truth, and the truth is with Ali." He warned the people that no other than Imam Ali is aware of the secrets of prophethood, and that Imam Ali has knowledge no one else could attain. Salman's strong bond with Imam Ali was evident when he was chosen to join the funeral of Sayyidah Fatima after her martyrdom, a fact unknown to many others. When Imam Ali alayhi salam became the rightful caliph, Salman was appointed as a governor in a city in Iraq. Within a few weeks of being governor, Salman fell sick and passed away. His death was not only a personal loss to Imam Ali, but also a significant loss to the entire Muslim community. After Salman had passed away, Imam Ali traveled to Iraq to wash his body and enshroud it, and then he performed a funeral prayer before burying him in a grave. Imam Ali alayhi salam said, "Salman realized the first and last knowledge. He is a sea whose depth cannot be measured, and he is one of us, the Ahlul Bayt." It is stated that Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam was in a gathering when Salman al-Farsi's name was mentioned. The Imam said not to mention his name as al-Farsi, but mention his name as Salman al-Muhammadi, since he is one of us, Ahlul Bayt. Imam Muhammad al-Baqir alayhi salam has said, "There are 10 degrees of faith. Miqdad has attained 8 degrees. Abu Dhar has 9, and Salman has all 10 of them."